227. We're still out looking for awesome sauce and people that are blowing it up. Tonight is no different, but tonight is no different on steroids. We're doing something that I can't recall doing it before, where we're going to do a little bit of a tutoring on videography, leveling up, using iMovie to kind of edit some of your raw footage. I think you're going to find it interesting. And who else could I invite to come and hang with us? Jessica Vershowske is, in fact, an Instagram videographer, referral Jedi. No, wait, there's more. She was on 184. This is 227 tonight. And we were looking at our calendars. I think it was in November of last year. And I want to show you how far she's come. But I think if there's anybody that's pushing the envelope on what I would call simple guest tutorial videos that her guests absolutely love, and people that visit her page, they love it. They become her guests. She would get the award hands down. So I asked her if she would come on tonight. So she's 224. She's at Hair Solution Salon and Spa, New Berlin, Wisconsin. Of course, the salon owner, Dawn Panfill, I love her. Her and I go back forever ago. And the summit coach is Sally Monabon. So I want you to give it up for all those people, would you please? In a year, same year of COVID, the tsunami that we're all in, this time last year, she's 21 years old, level 2, $350 average day, $100 average ticket, haircut at 38, referrals 13 a month, rebook 60, RTS 19. You know, fast forward 10 months, level 4, 22, $500 a day, work 5 days a week. That's $2,500 a week, 10 grand a month. Not bad for your second year, you guys. Her haircut price now is 47. Average ticket is 130, almost 3 times that. Referrals 18 a month, rebook 70, RTS 19. Last year, her first year, 40. And in 2020, her second year, I think we were kind of thinking out loud tonight, I think she'll crack 60. She's and especially if you really take into account that she was shut down. We're all shut down for 9 weeks in the COVID tsunami. So to say that she's blowing it up would be an understatement. But no, wait, there's more. Now, we're not going to spend a lot of time tonight talking about her story because, frankly, we did that in November, and I want you to watch that video. It's extraordinary, but you'll get her timeline. She graduates high school in 16, does some part-time cause in 2017, graduates hair school in 18, and as I said, she began her first year in 2019. This is technically her second full year. Now, you need to follow her on Instagram. I do, and I'm watching every day. I'm seeing new content and new forms of videography. Her handle on Insta is at hair.by.jessv. And so we'll take you there tonight to talk a little bit about that. Of course, she uses the 11 Pro Max. That's the bomb. She also augments that with the Canon Rebel T5. She's got about 1,600 followers on her in her community. 90% of her guests follow her, and you'll see why. 90% of her referrals come from her page, and you'll see why. So she's got it going big time. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go get her. We're going to get her talking a little bit about her videography. We're going to take a little tour of her page, and then she's going to do a demo. So keep your fingers crossed that the Wi-Fi gods are being nice to us. La, 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 la. She's back there. There she is there. I'm going to unmute her, and you're going to make her feel welcome, you guys.
Hi.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me back.
Are you kidding? I've been looking so forward to this because we were talking about what if you tutored me in real time on iMovie so that people could actually watch this. So, but before we do it, I want to talk about some of the stuff you're doing. Do a little field trip on your page, and then we'll go to work. I asked you like what it's been like for you as it related to videography, and you had some interesting little points to make. So catch everybody up on that, on your video and how it started.
Yeah, so I've always done a little bit with videos, photography, things like that. I mean, all through high school, like projects for classes and stuff like that. And then, just getting into the editing a little bit. Then kind of bringing it into my personal life, vacation videos, fun stuff here and there. And then, of course, starting in this industry up until probably this last year, I didn't really take advantage of what I could be doing in the hair industry when it comes to videography. And it really took to kind of the quarantine that we had, where it was like, oh my gosh, my guests don't get to interact with me anymore. I don't see them in person. And so I really took to Instagram and videography to kind of use that to teach people things at home, things that they can do and practice when they're at home during the quarantine. And it's really just taken off from there. And I feel like people now come to my page to watch these tutorials. I'm known for making these tutorials, and it really just helps kind of build that bond and that trust with my clients.
Yeah, and what just occurred to me now is I don't recall you and I chatting about this when you were on last November, and now it makes sense. COVID comes and you're thinking, what do I do? So you decide that you're gonna jump into videography and play at home with your own hair, because a lot of your content on video is you doing some really cool stuff and recording it. And so I had your page, I thought I'd pull it out. And so this is something that you've just started doing since COVID, and you've come a long way.
Yeah, I definitely, did a little bit. You can go all the way back and you'll see a few videos here and there from before COVID times. But really, during this time, I had a lot of time to practice. And, going from the beginning of the quarantine to the end, I feel like I did make a lot of progress. And, practice makes perfect. Yeah.
And what I'm showing as you're talking is on a lot of your grids, it's actually, it's a video. And what's interesting is you record that, all raw footage, and then you use iMovie to edit it down inside of, anywhere, between a minute and a half, 2 minutes?
Yeah, I would say between like a minute to 2 minutes is perfect. That's something I did learn over time, is that people lose interest. On Instagram, we're all used to scrolling down the feed and seeing pictures. So to put a video out there, you really do want to do something that's short and sweet, grabs their attention, and that they can learn quickly. So yeah, that is something I learned, that kind of the shorter the better when it comes to the videos.
Yeah, I mean, and it really, I love it because you go to your page just on your grid, even before we get into your IGTV channel, you watch it, and you're really kind of teaching either guests that follow you or followers that you kind of get intrigued enough to become a guest on simple things they can do on themselves, because you're doing it on yourself, and it looks so simple. That old adage, the essence of genius is simplicity. It really, really, really is simple. And then some of it is you'll use videography for your clients as well.
Yeah, I have started to do a little bit of that too. That does take a little bit more kind of learning on how to fit that into your busy work day and everything. But I am kind of dabbling into a little bit of that to show my clients what they can experience for themselves if they come into my chair.
And then as I go to it's interesting, I'm on your IGTV channel, and you have a tutorial, but then what I love about this is how to book online. Because you guys are on that now. How much of your clientele is really taking advantage of online booking?
That is a newer feature that we brought in right before the closure and the quarantine. So we brought it back now afterwards, and I would say a huge chunk of people are really taking advantage of that, and I think it's a really awesome tool. So I just put that video out so that they can do it successfully and correctly and get the amount of time booked that they need, and kind of just make it easier for them.
Yeah. And then you and I were chatting. I was like, crawling your Instagram page, and I saw this new feature, and you were telling me about it called Reels, and you're just on the front end of that now, but you've got 9 pieces of content on that already, and basically it looks like you see a sample of it on your grid, and then you pull them in to watch it on Reels.
Yeah, so this is actually a very new feature. I mean, within the past month, I would say, that has come to Instagram. Basically, it is TikTok, the app TikTok, but brought to Instagram. So just a really cool way to do very short videos. So it started out with 15-second max, and now they just added a 30-second feature. So it's getting a little longer in that way, but yeah, very quick and very simple.
So you were the first to hear it tonight that Facebook owns Instagram. You know, once upon a time, Facebook bought Instagram, but instead of Facebook buying TikTok, they went, nah, let's just go ahead and repurpose and reimagine it and have it, everything that's in TikTok, try to build that in this. So stay tuned, more will be revealed. Maybe I can talk you into in a couple of months or so coming back once you've Jedi'd that to give us some demonstration on Reels.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well, here's what I would love to do, Jessica, is I'm going to do a screen share, and we're ready to go.
Awesome.
So the way we did it is because I asked if you could text me a raw piece of your content that you did a kind of a makeover on yourself, so that I could pretend I'm you and you're teaching me how to edit this raw content, because it's all hair.
Yep.
All right, so first things first, where do you want me to go?
I'm going to have you go ahead and open the app iMovie.
Got it.
This is the app that I use for all of my video editing. It is only on iPhones. So there are, I believe, Video Shop is a good one for Androids, but of course, play around with some of the free ones on the App Store for Android. But this app is free, and it actually comes on some people's iPhones now. Some of the newer ones, it actually comes pre-downloaded, so you can double check if you have it already.
Wonderful. So here I am, and I'm assuming my first click is Create Project. Am I on it? Okay, so I touch Create Project, the plus, and then looks like what is this? It's just, can I skip this, or is this part of the ride?
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and click movie. If you click trailer, it gives you kind of a movie trailer format, kind of cool for like other types of videos, not so much for what we're doing. So we'll click on movie.
Got it.
And then we're going to go ahead and find that raw footage. So that video of whatever you're looking to edit.
Okay, let's see. Where would it's in my file. My photo album, but I don't see it coming up here.
It might be from back when I sent it to you, so it might be a little further back.
All right, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Here, yeah. So all right, so I hit that.
Yep, and then you can click Create Movie at the bottom of the screen.
All right, so I want to see. So what I did is I just clicked the content. And then the next step in the click path is Create Movie down at the bottom. I just touched that. And now you're showing up, and it looks like there are some moving slides here.
Yeah, so just to kind of get comfortable with the app, you can take your finger and click anywhere on the black screen at the bottom and just kind of drag your finger back and forth, and you'll see that it kind of moves the screen so that you can move from the beginning of the video to the end of the video, kind of learn how to navigate it. Got it.
So what I'm doing for our viewers is my finger is right underneath the slides, and I think what Jessica is saying is that you can touch any of this as long as it's not the pictures, and it'll slide for you, and where you can move. And this looks like it's about 1 minute and 52 seconds of content. So all I'm doing is kind of going through it here so you can see how long it is. And now I brought it back to the start. So far, so good?
Yep, looking good. So we'll have you go all the way back to the beginning. So you can scroll with your finger all the way to the beginning.
All right.
Oh, looks like we added something that we didn't need. So we can show you how to delete. So if you want to go at the bottom there and click on that blue screen that has a quote or something.
Got it.
Here we go. Then we can just click the delete button down at the bottom right corner there.
Oh, wow. So we nuked it. So
that
gang,
works.
if you saw what I did, all the content that was here, I just touched it. There's a yellow bar, and down where it said delete, it nuked it. So she taught me how to delete with one click. All right, good. So here we are.
All right, next thing we're gonna do is click on the little film roll at the bottom. So any of those little pictures.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to touch, I'm gonna get over here so that people can see you. I don't mean to be jockeying around. I want people to be able to see you and see me. Oh, that's going to work so much better. Yeah, nice. Okay. So what you're going to do is you touch a picture to get the yellow bar. Yes?
Yes.
All right. And you can see I touched it, and now something happened. So where do I go from here?
Yep. So I'm going to have you go all the way to the top right corner where there's that little magnifying glass.
Yes. Touch it?
You can click. Yep. Click on that.
All right. So she's referencing this icon here. I'm going to touch it. Okay.
And it should say pinch to zoom. I don't know. You might have to click it one more time. I don't know if you did it. Oh, I think you clicked the help button.
Yeah, right now this says question mark. So do I want to pinch this?
We'll have you tap on the little pictures at the bottom again to bring up that yellow bar.
All right, so if you screw up, you just go back here. Then what she was referring to is the little pinch button here. I accidentally hit the question mark. And so you can see,
okay.
You know, we're learning. And so I'm going to go back and I'm going to touch that, touch the question mark, and I should get a pop-up that says pinch the zoom.
There we go. Now we're going to just take our fingers and pinch it outwards so that the whole video comes into frame.
And are you saying pinch this out?
Yep.
And so I want that whole video to come into frame, like so?
We'll actually go the opposite way. So you'll zoom it all the way out so you can see my whole video.
Like
perfect.
So? Got it?
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, next thing we're gonna do is go down and click the little volume button in the middle of the bottom of the screen. And
is that this yellow bar thing, yes?
Yep, we'll go all the way down where there's the little volume, like the little microphone down in the middle there.
All right, I get it. So the microphone icon, which is here, the little speaker, you want me to click that?
Yep.
Got it. Clicking.
All right, so now since I'm not talking in this video at all, I'm simply showing. I don't want to have any sort of background noise. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that little bar and slide it all the way down to 0. So it's going to mute the video.
All right, so and what she's talking about is the volume bar here. So we're going to bring that, touch it and bring it all the way to 0, correct? And now it looks
perfect.
Like it's muted, yes.
Yep. All right, so now we can get into the actual editing part of it. So what I always like to start with is just clicking the play button up at the kind of the middle up there, and you're just gonna kind of play it out and see where you need to do some editing.
All right, so I'm going to play button. I'm using my cursor as almost a visual aid, so I'm gonna touch it.
And then I will tell you when to pause it and where we're gonna edit.
Okay.
All right, so you can pause right here.
And I hit the pause button and you can see it stopped.
Perfect. So now we're gonna click on any of the little pictures down there to bring up that yellow editing bar.
So I'm going to touch these pictures and you'll see the editing bar should come up.
Perfect. Now we're gonna go down to the little scissors in the bottom left-hand corner.
Down here, okay?
You can click on that. Yes. And now it's going to bring up some options. So this is where we're going to utilize the split button. So when we click split, it's going to split that one long video into 2 videos.
Got it. So I got split, detach, duplicate, delete, and you're saying click on split.
Yep.
Which I did, and you're saying we now have actually 2 videos.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
All right, so now I'm gonna click play again, and we're just gonna play it out and see where we want to split it again. Because basically what this whole section is me putting my hair in a ponytail, which frankly, nobody really needs to see how to do because it's a pretty easy step, but it takes up a lot of time. So we just wanna kind of cut that whole section out. So we'll have you click play, and I'll tell you again when to pause it.
All right, so I'm gonna hit play up here, and it's going to go, and looks like we're gonna be taking some content out.
Yeah, because as you can see, this does take up quite a bit of time. And if I was a viewer watching it, I'd be like, okay, let's fast forward. You know, this is kind of simple, kind of boring. So yeah, we're gonna cut this whole section out, which is gonna help with timing wise. So you can go ahead and click pause. And as you can see, I've started to do something already. So we're just gonna click anywhere in the black area and kind of drag it back a little bit so that we have, you know, room.
Okay, so I'm going to click on the black area, which when you say black area, you're talking about here?
Yep.
So I'm touching the black area and nothing's happening yet.
We're just going to have you drag it back a little bit.
Ah, so you're going to have touch the dark area, but drag it back. Yes? Yep. Duh. Okay, I get it. All right, so am I going back? And
we're going to go back because you can see I'm starting to show how to do something. So we want to back it up a little bit because we don't want to cut any of the important stuff out. Perfect. You can stop right there.
Got it.
Now we're going to click on the little pictures to bring up the editing bar.
So again, I'm going to touch anywhere on the picture bar so that I should get a pop-up there that's down below there, right?
Perfect. Now we're going to click the split button again.
Split button again, right here. Split. Got it.
Perfect. So now we're going to click on the left-hand part of the little pictures. So the video on the left.
Meaning over on this side.
Correct. Yep.
Right. And just touch one of those pictures.
Yep.
Got it.
And then we're going to go to the bottom right corner and click delete.
Got it. And that'll take out all the stuff that we don't want in. So I'm going to hit.
It's going to take out a good like 20 seconds of me putting my hair in a ponytail that we don't need.
All right. So I'm going to hit delete. Bingo.
Perfect.
So it looks like this is going to, you know, it's playing, and then all of a sudden it comes here.
Awesome.
Got it. Okay. What else?
All right. We'll have you click play again and we'll just kind of play it out and I will tell you when to pause. So we want to keep all of this stuff in because this is kind of the main part of the video. I'm showing how to do something. So we're going to keep all of this in. All right, then I'm going to have you pause it right here. And we're going to click on any of the little pictures, bring up that editing bar.
Got it.
And then we're going to click split.
Split again to get another piece.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right, we'll play it out.
Yeah, hit play again.
Yep. And now instead of deleting this part, we're actually just going to speed it up because I'm still showing something. So we'll click pause. And then you can click the split button again. So we'll click the little pictures, bring up the editing bar, and click split.
Hit split again.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, now we'll click on any of the little pictures on the bottom left-hand side. So the left-hand video there.
Yes. Oh, click the pictures. Yes. Yep. Got it.
All right, now we're gonna do a new feature. So this is going to be how to speed up a video. So we're gonna go down to the little timer button next to the scissors there. Yep.
Right, okay, I have my cursor there and I touch it.
Yep, we can click on that.
Got it.
And now that bar, you can either slide to the left and slow your video way down, or you can speed it up by dragging it to the right. So we're gonna drag it all the way to the right. And that's gonna speed up that section by 2 times. So basically, I'm still showing how to do something. I'm showing how to pull apart the bun, but it's very simple and we can kind of speed through it, but we don't necessarily wanna cut it out. So that's a good way to like take some of that time out without having to delete the content.
I love it.
All right, then we can click play and we'll kind of see where we're at now. Okay, go ahead and click pause.
Got it.
Now, as you can see, I forgot to bring my bobby pins with me in the frame, so we don't want that in there. So we're gonna go ahead, click on the video at the bottom there, any of the little pictures, and then we're going to go back to the little scissors at the bottom left-hand corner.
Bottom left-hand corner, which is right here. Hit
Yep.
scissors, yes.
Yeah, then we're gonna click split.
Split, yes.
All right, then we'll click on the left-hand video down there.
The click on the left hand, yes.
Yep, and then we're gonna go to the bottom right and click delete because we can get rid of that whole section. There's nothing in there that the viewers need.
Oh, I see. So we just nuked that part.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Okay.
Perfect. Then we're gonna click play again and we'll kind of see again where we're at. All right. Okay, we'll have you click pause.
Got it.
Okay, you can go ahead, click on the video again, the little pictures.
Got it.
Then we're gonna go and click split.
Got it.
We'll click on that left-hand video there.
Click on the left-hand video, yes.
Yep. And now we're gonna speed that part up because again, I'm putting bobby pins in so it shows how I'm doing it, but we don't need to delete it, but we wanna kind of speed through that.
Got it.
Perfect, you are a pro, you're doing it all.
Well, it's interesting because I'm learning how to navigate, and so all of a sudden now I'm able to take directions from you without thinking.
Yes, it's a lot of the same steps repeated over, so you do get better. Practice makes perfect, like I said. So awesome, let's go ahead and click the play button, and it should bring us to the end here.
I love it.
Perfect. So I would say that last part there, again, is kind of the final look, but it's a very long clip. So if you want to click on the little pictures at the bottom there, we can just go ahead and speed that part up too. And I think that'll be perfect.
Nice. And so we took it from almost a 2-minute down to a minute.
Awesome. So that is it. The last thing I would do on a video that you're not talking in is I would add some music. So how to do that is we're going to go to the plus sign on the left side of the screen there.
Plus sign, left side of the screen right here.
Fabulous. We'll click on that.
Yes.
And now we're going to click on audio.
Audio, which is right here.
Right in the middle.
Okay.
All right, then you can click on soundtracks.
Soundtracks.
And it's going to give you a long list of different options, which is really cool because all of these are copyright-free music, so you're not going to get any sort of copyright issues. It's all free to use. It's all legal, which is great. And they give you lots of different options. There's pop, there's playful, there's calming, there's like all different ones. So you can go ahead and click on, well, if you click on interludes down there, you can use that one for this situation.
Got it. Interludes, is that what you were saying?
Yeah, we can use that one.
Okay, got
And
it.
it's going to play you a little sample, so you can click through and play the different ones and see what you want to use. But when you're ready to use it, you can click the little plus sign that pops up next to it.
Got
And
it.
then it just pops it in your video. It fades it in and fades it out really nicely. And there's really not much you have to do with that part.
Okay.
So if you want to go back to the beginning, I don't know if you want to play it all the way through so we can watch it, but that's basically it.
All right. So so now what I go from here to putting it to the bringing it to the beginning.
Yeah, we'll click anywhere on the black screen and then we'll just drag with your finger. You can bring it back to the beginning and see if there's anything we need to edit, but I think it's
Perfect.
pretty good.
Yeah, great. So now it'll go, now it basically shows me the final product.
Yeah.
And now if I want to get it from here into my photo album so I can upload it onto my screen, I can do that.
Yeah, and I can show you how to do that real quick too, just so that we can show everyone how to do that part, but that's very simple.
Okay.
And then you're able to post it onto Instagram, Facebook, you know, send it to your clients, whatever you want to do with it, which is really cool.
I love it. So this, once this is finished, yeah, and you can see here that now it kind of, you've deleted some of it and it's going, twice as fast. Same with bobby pins. I think it's going fast there too, correct?
Yep.
Speeds it up. If I want to, I can even put the music on. Got it. All right, so done. So where do I go from here?
All right, we're gonna click the done button in the top left corner.
All right, done button right there.
And the cool part is right now, it basically has it saved onto the app. So if you didn't finish your editing or you need to go back and like tweak stuff before you save it, it's all gonna be saved on there. So you don't have to worry about losing any of that, which is really cool. But if you do wanna export it to your photo albums, we're just gonna click that little square with the arrow button in the middle of the bottom icons there.
Right here.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
Perfect. We'll scroll up and you should be able to click like save video. Yeah, we'll click save video and it'll save it right to your photo album for you to use, you know, at any point.
Right. It's giving me an option. Do I want it a small, medium, or HD? What do you usually put?
I would always do HD. It's just going to save it in the highest quality so that when you post it, it's going to be really nice and clear and good quality.
Got it. Got it. So it's exporting as we speak.
Perfect. It's usually pretty quick too, which is nice.
Yes, I love it. The movie was exported to your photo library, so now I can get out of iMovie.
Yep.
And go and find it, my 1-minute version right here for uploading. Wow.
Yeah, it's all finished. And then the other thing I do want to add on is you will see when you go to upload something like that onto Instagram, you'll see those black lines on the side, and a lot of people ask about that. So yeah. I didn't prepare to talk about it, so I'm sorry you don't have like the exact app, but it's called Video Crop, and there should be a free app available to you. It's like an orange icon, just a separate app, and you can crop those out. Otherwise, to avoid that, you can record your video initially horizontally. So however you want to do it.
Got it. Got it. Now, yeah, I don't think I can I do this?
Oh, yeah, you can. That's easier.
Yeah, so what I just did is
well, there you go.
The cropping feature on, now it's saving it for me. So that, I mean, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, well, look at you. I'm learning things from you.
and that you know, I mean, it's really a learning exchange. So now, right? And you can see, can you hear the music as you're watching this now?
I can't personally. Yeah. I don't know if everyone else can.
Yeah, it's coming through my speaker. So
perfect.
Anyway, no, this is. Awesome, very good. I'm gonna stop screen share so we can see you. Well, this has been extraordinary how this works. And I want to give it up for you. I mean, that was first time we've done it this way. So it's extraordinary. So and we recorded it on 2 cameras. We actually have it on Zoom, and we actually have it on Facebook. So it's a beautiful thing. I really appreciate you coming on to show this to us. And this is something that you started doing in COVID, and I bet you've done. Do you think you've done 25?
I would say so. Yeah, probably.
And I asked you, how much better are you at using iMovie now than you were 25 pieces of content ago? And your comment was a lot better, because every time you use it, you just get better. You kind of memorize the moves, the clicks, and
absolutely.
You are now a Jedi hairdresser, a photographer, a videographer. You know how to write your own copy for captioning. You have created your own media company to brand yourself. So
yeah, I mean, when you put it that way, it's huge. Yeah.
Right. And so as you've branded yourself, what I'm interested in getting from you is what kind of comments are you getting from either, guests that are following you or followers that are now your guests? When they, what kinds of experiences are they giving you about sharing their experiences with you that they're getting as they're, watching your content?
I've actually had multiple clients, when I get a new referral in my chair, I always ask, how did you hear about me? How did you hear about us? And I've had multiple people say, oh, I was scrolling through videos on Instagram and I came across one of your tutorials and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's in my area. I'll check out her page and I loved your work. So people are finding me that way. And then my current clients, are like, oh my gosh, these are so fun to watch. Some people don't even have intentions of trying them on themselves. It's just entertainment to them, which is cool. They get to know me a little better because they just see me like in real life, doing stuff. And it's the coolest thing when people send you pictures of the same look that they recreated and they're like, this is so cool. I learned how to do this. It's so easy. People share my videos. It really is just another way to get people to see your page and to see your work, and people are just loving it.
How much, because now you've been in it now for a handful of months, how much has it added to your brand, where you feel like my brand, how I branded my own self and my work and my image and what I do, my messaging, on a scale of 1 to 10, you adding this to your repertoire, how much more energy is that brought into your livelihood, your career, your guest experience?
Oh my gosh, I would say at least an 8, if not a 10. I mean, people, like I said earlier, people truly know me as someone who does tutorials. They almost expect them at this point. And, every once in a while I'll put out there like, oh, what do you guys want to see on my page this week? Or what are you guys liking about my page? And it's always like, tutorials, do more videos. We love the videos. Like, everybody's loving them. So I think it's something that everybody can benefit from starting to do.
And then where do you go from here? What do you see yourself like in the next year? I've noticed now, because I'm on your private page for HS Tribe, the HS Tribe, and I see you now teaching your peers like how to add this to that. Is that kind of sort of what you're doing these days?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, I'll teach anybody one-on-one who's asking for advice. Any of my coworkers, fellow stylists, I'm always willing to help. But yeah, I've started teaching social media classes within the salon company, which is really cool. And yeah, now, this kind of opens the door to other opportunities. I would love to teach stylists elsewhere, about this as well. It's a really awesome thing that everyone can add into their repertoire.
I love it. Yeah, and you and I were chatting about, I think there's some, opportunities that Summit now is building its social media team, and you just bring a dimension to it that I think really levels it up. So I I said to you that I'd have a conversation with a few of my my peers and colleagues, because I think you'd be an extraordinary addition to the team.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's a huge goal of mine. So that means so much to me. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, listen, it's been an extraordinary workshop demonstration, and as I said, we've captured it on video, and we'll edit that and repost that to the page as well, so that the world is going to be, a lot of the world will be seeing this, of course. Now, is there anything you want to say to someone that maybe they're in social media, but they pretty much have started and ended with, you know, documenting their content on their camera, posting, you know, captioning, and all of a sudden they're seeing this videography, and it's like they're at kind of the cliff. It's like, do I or do I not take the giant leap of faith and add this to my repertoire? And they're not sure, but they can identify with what you're saying to them. They identify with you, and they're going, well, she's in a place I'm not. I'm in a place that she was a few months ago. I wonder if I should do this. What might you say to them?
I would say the biggest thing is just to get started. It's going to be awkward at first. You're going to feel awkward in front of the camera. It's going to take a little longer to edit your videos. It's a learning curve, just like anything else. But just know that it can be simple. You know, start simple. Start with very simple tutorials, real short ones, so that you don't have to do a ton of editing. Ask questions, take time to sit down and practice, you know, reference back to this video, look up other videos that can show you how to use iMovie or different apps, and just, you know, really invest your time into it, and just know that it gets so much easier, and that it can seem intimidating, but we all start in the same place.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you very much, my friend, for being on with us this evening. I know you've had a long day. I want give you an opportunity to get home and get some rest, but promise me you'll come back for an encore, and because I think that you're way out front and you're continuing to push into new frontiers, and I just think you're one of the people I love to stay close to see kind of what's next.
Oh, well, anytime. I would love to be back, and thank you for having me on. You did such a good job editing the video. I think we learned a lot from each other.
We brought up the good in each other. Well, thank you very much. We're going to give it up for you one more time. Give it up for JB, please. Okay.